Hi guys, thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today's video we're going to be doing a demonstration of the X-Tool D7 tool diagnostic package, professional package on this Porsche 911 991 Carrera S. You can see it's a 2013 model, but you can see we've got a whole host of warning lights and sort of fault messages that we've got on the message center on the right hand side here. So we're going to use this tool actually to diagnose all of these faults and reset all of the warning lights. I will pop the link to this kit in the description below this video. There are fakes, there are clones on the market, they can damage your vehicle and it's just not worth going down that route. So by using the link below, it will take you to the genuine and official product. Okay, so it's the X-Tool D7 and we'll start by hopefully diagnosing and resetting the engine system. Okay, we've got three main systems of faults here. So we've got the check engine light with an accompanying message on the right hand side. There it is. We've got the ABS, the traction, and the yellow parking light. Those are part of the ABS system, or the PSM system as Porsche calls it. Porsche Stability Management. And then we've got the airbag warning light in the middle there. Okay, so we'll start with first of all we'll select our manufacturer, which would be the first thing to do. When you see a little red circle with a white arrow inside of it, that means there's an update available for that manufacturer. So if we go back to the start, it's telling us there's 165 updates, and it just shows you, I think, the level of updates that are coming out for these tools, because we last used this tool probably about maybe 3 weeks ago, I'd say about 3 weeks ago, and we updated it then. So there's more updates coming all of the time for this tool. So I think it just shows you what a good tool it is, and the manufacturers, they invest a lot of time and software into it. Okay, so we'll click onto Porsche. Just gonna turn that heating off there, and we can ask the tool either to automatically find the vehicle, or we can select it manually from the list. So I'm just going to select manually. It's a 991, and then we can ask it to either automatically scan the whole vehicle for faults. We can go system diagnosis, which means we can select which systems we wish to diagnose, or we can go to the special functions section. So we're going to choose the middle one, system diagnosis, and then this gives us a list of all of the systems, or the modules that we can actually connect with and potentially diagnose. Okay, so what we'll do is, first of all, we'll go to the engine system, and that is the DME, or the engine control module, this one here, and we'll find the codes relating to the check engine light. So we've got 4 codes showing up here. You'll see the first one is a U code, and that is generally like a connection fault. So it's kind of a crossover fault with the PSM system. You see we have a PSM fault as well, which is the ABS. So that is hand in hand with that. So sometimes you do get a little bit of crossover, but if it's a U fault, you don't necessarily need to worry about it. That's not the particular fault for that engine system. Okay, these P codes here, so we've got 2317, 0356, 0306. These are the faults relating to the engine fault. And we've got rod ignition module on cylinder 6, ignition module cylinder 6, misfire cylinder 6. So we did find that we've changed all of the ignition coils out, in fact, and we've put brand new coils in, and now the engine is actually running a lot smoother. Previously it was running quite rough, even just on 5 cylinders it was quite rough. So we put new ignition coils in. If you're getting one of the faults in the ignition coils, the chances are probably all of them are going to go at some point. So you may it's cost effective in the long term to get them all done at the same time. Okay, but in any case, what we can do is we can erase these trouble codes. Okay, so if we go to clear trouble codes, we go yes. Is the ignition on and engine off? Well, no, the engine is running, but we'll try and do it with the engine running. We might get an error, might get a fault. Nothing's happened, so I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing it doesn't like us to be having the engine running. Let's see now. Clear code successfully. Check engine light is still on. Go read trouble codes. All the codes are still there, to be honest with you. So I think what the best thing to do would be to just turn the engine off, put the ignition on, and then we'll go read clear trouble codes. Clear codes successfully. Go back into read trouble codes, and now it's saying no fault code detected. So that's fine. Some manufacturers will allow you to actually erase the codes with the engine running. Some don't. Okay, Porsche mustn't like it. Okay, so that's the engine fault dealt with. We've still got the check engine light on, but that's because we're still at the ignition stage. So what I think I'll do is I'll keep the engine off, the ignition stage on throughout all of the resets, and then we'll turn the engine on and hopefully all of these faults will disappear. Okay. So next up we'll go and do the PSM actually, and we'll go read trouble code, and this is what we've been getting. So the main fault here is the front right speed sensor electrical failure. We have also noticed like a few network faults, and that is because that's that one, and then this one on top here is because we've also had failure with the airbags system as well. So there's a bit of crossover depending on what kind of issues and what kind of faults you've got with the car. If in most cases you probably won't have an airbag fault and an ABS fault at the same time, so you probably wouldn't get certainly the top fault. You might get the middle one, I'm not too sure, but generally this is the one we need to be looking at, something that relates to the ABS or the wheels or the brakes, something like that. Okay, so we've actually put the new ABS sensor in. Okay, you can get aftermarket, which do cost a bit cheaper. The genuine tools, the genuine parts though, I think it was about £125. You fit it yourself, so it's fairly easy enough to fit yourself. But we've still got the wheel off actually. We've just literally connected it back up there, and what we can do now is go to clear trouble code, and will it allow us to clear all of these codes? Yes, it has. So that's a good thing. These lights are currently flashing here, but once we back out of the PSM system, you'll probably find they'll stabilize. They should stabilize any second. There we go. And the last one was the airbag. Okay, so airbag, loose connection underneath the driver's seat. Read the trouble code. This is what we've been getting. These are the two airbag faults. We can clear those, and go back into it. No fault codes detected, but that's just like an indication or an idea of how it might work. You might not get the same faults as these, but ultimately the tool will show you what the faults are in your specific vehicle. Once you fix them, you can clear the faults, and then this is the moment of truth, I guess. Turn the engine on. The airbag light is still showing, so I might need to double check that. Oh, it's probably because we're in the airbag system, so if we back out of the airbag system, I would think that light will turn off. There it is, it's gone. So the other two warning lights, purely because I don't have the seatbelt on, but I can turn that off, and then undo the electronic parking brake, and there we go. That is because I believe we've still got the front wheel off actually. So once we put the wheel on and start rolling the wheels, I believe that will start again. This vehicle has been doing a lot of engine stops and starts lately, so I think it might just need a good run on the motorway, and that should then correct itself. But this tool, this D7 tool, is fantastic. I'll just quickly show you as well the special functions or the service functions. So it does a lot of like service functions, not necessarily on every vehicle, but for a lot of vehicles it does do these. See there, for example, like the gearbox matching, it only does those manufacturers on the Asians, Americas, European. There's quite a few actually, but it doesn't do everything. But there we go, in any case. So I'll pop the link to this kit in the description below this video. It really is a fantastic package. I can't stress that enough. But please do be aware though, fakes and clones do exist. They can damage your vehicle. It's just not worth going down that route. But if you use the link in the description below, it will take you to the genuine and official product. Thanks for watching guys, and I hope this helps.